she's still sitting here saying, August 14th, I pulled up to Big 5 parking lot. Little Manuel went dookie. I went to the back to change his diaper, and a man said, hola. And I turned around, and I saw nothing. I saw white. She's still saying that, guys. I have to hit the button. She's still saying that. But no, let's not forget all the red that was inside the house, the blood. Substantial amounts of red, they said. Substantial. No, it wasn't like a droplet. It wasn't a little streak. Substantial. And when they say substantial, understand, substantial really means substantial. Okay? That means a lot, you feel me? That means a whole lot. Just so you know, if you didn't get it, it means a lot. Substantial means a lot. Okay? No, they didn't like slaughter a pig or something like that. Okay? For a pig roast or some pig roast or something like that. No. They did something. And yet she's still in this room, on the phone, across glass, rocking a crushed blue prison jumpsuit that just really brings out the je ne sais quoi in her face and the markings under her eyes.
That's what I said.
Okay, and she's still standing 10 toes down on her BS story, which they already said it's a bull-faced, mother-loving lie.
Bull-face.
Okay, let me break this down for you guys. Hold up. Let me just break this down for you guys, okay? They have so much proof of them doing wrongdoing that's why they got locked up. Clearly. They even pulled
guys,
up
make sure to hit that like button
with
as y'all come in.
a hard drive or a thumb drive or a computer or even a phone or an iPad to their place and went bing bong. Yes, hi, Mr. and Mrs. Harrow. Yeah, it's nice to meet you. Thank you so much. But see, now we've been doing some serious deep dive into everything. And we see that, we have some security cam footage from across the street. And she's like, for real? Oh. Yeah, so we just want to make sure that this is actually you in the footage. If you don't mind, can we just sit down with you and just take a look over this information so you can see this video real quick? And sir, Mr. Jake, Mr. Otto, yeah, come on over here. We need you here too, you know what I mean? We need to see this stuff too. Okay, you need to be a witness to this, all right? Okay, yeah, just press the space bar. That means press play, yeah. Just press the space bar and it'll play. They press the space bar. It's her pulling up to the parking lot. Her falling on the ground. No one near her saying, hola. No one. A dumb person, not at all.
Hola.
Okay. Thank you so much. We just wanted you to see this. Okay? All right. So you still are going with your story that you felt.
Of course they're going with the story. That's the best thing they got.
Yes. That's what I'm going with. Well, gracias, ma'am. We're gonna see ourselves out, okay? We're still looking for your son, all right? But we'll be in touch.
That's sad.
Several days later, they get arrested. They go inside the house. Find substantial amounts of red in the house. You know we got to use these code words. Oh yeah, and the lawyers.
Are you okay,
well,
baby? You've been coughing an awful lot.
If something fell and got back up, well then it sounds like it corroborates the story.
Hang on, guys, 1 second.
I don't know why it sounds like Bullwinkle.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm making sure my kid's good because he's coughing a lot. Hang on.
You gotta believe
Yeah, I'm okay.
Where you been? You've been holed up in your house. Not doing a doggone thing. Pacing back and forth. Freaking out. Oh, yeah. Let's not forget. Getting rid of photos of your son. Getting rid of clothing of your son. Trying to erase any memory of this little baby.
Wow.
From your existence, from your presence. You weren't out there trying to find your son. You went out there for 1 second because you knew that the news would be out there. You had to make a good face at that time. But once everybody realized that you lied, that both y'all lied, you went and hid out. You went into hiding. That's something that you do if you're guilty. She guilty, okay?
Yup.
Him guilty too. But for her to sit there and go, I just wish I was out there searching for Emmanuel right now. Stop it. Stop it with the lies. What kind of crack is she smoking? You know, I've said that a lot in this whole case. I'm like, what kind of crack are they smoking? This is some strong ass crack. What are they on? Diggity damn. Well, let's continue.
I'm doing good, Lily. How are you?
Rebecca Haro, Rebecca Haro also shook her head when asked about rumors that she went to the Big Five days before the reported taking, before the reported taking of Emmanuel, and told employees that her car had been burglarized and asked whether the business had surveillance cameras. So she shook her head and said that wasn't true at all, which it may be true. It may be true. At this point, everything she says, the opposite is the truth. Okay? Real talk. It's opposite day with her. All right? So she's like, oh, no, I didn't go there. No, not at all. I didn't
with
do that
this
at all.
live,
She
I've only been
probably did.
live for now. For 11
So
minutes.
that theory, or that rumor, may very well be true. Investigators have not commented on those claims. So a vigil for Emmanuel was held, in Cabazon after the shocking arrests on Friday. And of course, people are very shocked by the situation and all that. But one thing is for sure. And of course, in this article, it doesn't say anything about her like saying that he's a good man and that he's amazing and all that stuff. Okay? But one thing is for sure. One thing is for freaking sure. This woman and this man are absolute monsters.
Yeah, Lily, it's great.
And they're freaking liars. All they've been doing is been lying through their damn teeth. I have a lot of questions. And of course, I don't have any of the answers. I wish I did. Because of course, I'd love to know what the hell is going on. And why this whole thing went down the way it went down. But it goes to show, at least to me, that these are two people that had no care for human life, and they didn't care about that little boy. As soon as that kid was gone, however that kid lost his life, that beautiful baby boy, however that baby boy lost their life,
can you guys hit the like button, please?
there was no remorse. There was, let's delete. Let's do a factory reset on our lives and continue moving. That's exactly what happened here. Now, I said in a pop-up video that maybe this had to do with guilt. Maybe it had something to do with something of that sort. And, the erasing of photos, the removal of photos, the removals of clothes, all that. And I could see that too. I could definitely see that being a part of it too. But it also shows the fact that they didn't do anything, that nobody stepped forward, that they went and corroborated a elaborate story, throwing in Ola and Daibi in their conversation, shows how deplorable
They said she was gonna change his diaper. That's how they said it.
And then it's almost like pouring tequila into an open wound. Even after she gets arrested, she goes and says stuff like this. He's a good man. Etc. Right? I should be out there looking for my son. You weren't looking for your son at all. You just had to put up a show. You just had to try to cover your tracks, but it didn't work because of a man that said hola.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it all got screwed up. Yeah, the diaper took me out, Care Bear. I'm telling you right now. It was the hola for me first. But, you know, when you hear these stories, instantly you're going, okay, you want to believe the mother or believe the parent because you have a good heart, you are good people, and there's no way that somebody would do something this evil to their own kids, to their own flesh and blood, right? That's usually how it feels, what it feels like, right? But then you're going, you know, you're like, but, I don't know if I can... But you're sitting there going, oh, bless her heart. But in your mind, you're going, no. Oh, that girl lying. Oh, my God, she's lying. Hola? Really?
Listening to this true crime case where this little boy is missing right now.
And then the marking on your face is like a week and a half old? Okay, well, you know, we'll stretch it a little bit because, you know, we'll stretch the disbelief, okay,
really
just for a second. You know, we'll put it over to the side for a second because, you know, we got to find this boy. And maybe she's telling the truth because we're good-natured people. And nobody would do something this sinister to their own kid, right? But then you hear more stories. And then you hear him go up there and say, diaper! And you're like, oh, good God. I'm done. I can't hold on to this anymore. Even you remember when I broke the story with you guys? I'm not the first to break the story. I never would sit there and go, this the first place you'll ever hear the breaking the story. No, everyone's telling the mother loving story. Okay? But just to be completely real. But when I broke the story on the channel with you guys, I even said myself, I'm like, we gonna table it. Every time I'm like, oh, très suspicious. Nope. I'm gonna put it on the side. We gonna table it. We gonna table it. I was fighting so hard because you know for a fact I want to be like, oh, they lying. This does not. The math ain't mathing. Nothing's adding up. They straight
Life's
up lying.
treating me, Craig. How's
right?
life treating you?
Near the end of the show, I gave up. Okay, I gave up. Okay, I gave up. I'm sorry. I gave up. Because on some real stuff, I'm like, okay, nah, they did this. Or she did this. Or she's lying and covering something up. And now we're here. Back to square one all over again. Which is just absolutely insane. Diabolical. But then at the same time, let's not forget this. This is what's so interesting about this situation. And it really frustrates me as well. Because honestly, we need to find this kid.
He really is, Jerry. He's so good.
Emmanuel needs to be found. You know, it's frustrating because, I have to tread lightly about what I say nowadays. I see anytime I say anybody else's names. But at the same time, there are other cases where I feel the same amount of passion for.
Yeah.
Right? That there needs to be justice, clarification, transparency.
Thanks for stopping it.
In
Make
those
sure to hit the
specific
like button, Greg.
cases. And I wish I had the answers. And I don't. I really wish I did. I wish I was clairvoyant. Really had the skills of being clairvoyant. to be able to unearth all the truths on all of these cases. And so far, in this particular situation, he's still nowhere to be found. Which is absolutely disheartening and extremely frustrating all at the same time. Because at the end of the day,
oh, we need commenters.
This case should have been solved already. It really should have. Just like a lot of these other cases that should have been solved already.
God, my neck hurts. You eating corn nuts? No, I was
Regardless
eating
of our opinions on who did it or
pretzels.
who didn't do it,
Little
who's
pretzels.
guilty, who's the innocent, doesn't matter. At the end of the day, a lot of these kids should either be home or in a place that they can call home.
Yeah, there's people here. They're just
safe
really
and
quiet.
sound and alive.
They're not hitting the like button.
Or their bodies being recovered so that their bodies can be laid to rest in a proper place. So that loved ones can properly say goodbye to them in the best way possible. I don't know about you guys, but I truly feel, and I know I don't talk religion a lot on this channel, okay, on this show, period. But I do, I'm a spiritual guy, okay? I am
Guys,
a
hit that
spiritual
like.
guy. And I believe, and I do believe that
We're gonna have our little smoke
people
session.
are naturally good, okay? And I know that has nothing to do with what I'm going to say here. But that's how I look at things. I try to be as positive as I can in this very messed up
What's
and
up,
negative
X?
world,
Glad
because
you're
it
here.
can be very dark. And
Hopefully you and
nowadays,
Jerry
more
can
than
stay
ever,
for a
you
bit
have
and
to try
chill with
so
me
hard
and talk
to try
to
to
me.
find the light. And sometimes even leaning towards the Bible, leaning towards your faith, leaning towards your pastors or your religious leaders or whatever that may be, or just leaning on something that you feel in your heart
Chilling,
that keeps
drinking a beer.
you on the positive.
Sounds like a
is
fun
harder
time.
to find nowadays. It really is. Look at the world and how weird and how crazy it's been getting.
True.
Okay? Isn't there a strange alien ship heading towards Earth at lightning speed? Okay? We are living in some weird ass times. All right? And more when we cover these cases, you have one moment where a guy takes out a whole family but spares the little baby girl. You have situations where a kid just allegedly walks out of his front door, never to be heard or seen from ever again. You have a father go and unalive 3 of his precious girls and then runs out into the wilderness, never to be seen or heard from again. Now, I understand that they're circling around a particular area right now with that Travis Decker situation, but at the same
pack
time,
now. You mean clothes or a bowl?
Evil most definitely exists. And it can be really, really hard for us to find good in the world. But one thing that's really frustrating is that for me, being the spiritual person that I am, I got a heart. I'm sensitive just like any other person. And what bothers me more than anything in the world is that some of these kids that are not found, I feel like their souls are uneasy.
Yeah.
Why? Because they haven't been found yet. Whether they're alive or not,
That's what I just did.
Because I know that there's a lot of families out there that are holding on to hope that their loved one is still alive. And I hope that's right. But at a certain moment, that harsh reality kind of starts to set in. And that's the one thing that really bothers me. If we don't find Emmanuel, for example, if we don't find Emmanuel, do you think his soul's going to be
Oh,
rested?
Jerry.
I hate to put that out there like that, but that's what I think in my mind. All these kids that go missing. Harmony Montgomery. Yeah, she got justice. But she hasn't been found. Because that piece of trash father of hers, if you want to call him a father, knows exactly where he put her. But she's nowhere to be found. So those kind of things, I'm going, okay, please let us find this boy so that his soul can rest. Those are the things that aggravate me. Those are the things that keep me up at night. I mean, of course, at first it's, is he alive? Where is he when it first comes out, right? When the story first comes out. And then when they rule this to be an unaliving, of course you go, well, dang, he hasn't been found. Where could he be? I'm hoping that we can find these kids, alive or gone.
Yeah.
So that we can put them to rest
properly,
so that their souls can rest and go wherever the souls go, right? At least that's what I feel in my heart. That's not really a religious thing. I'm not saying like, cause God, mopping my brow. I'm not about to get all preachy, okay? That's not what I do. I mean, when it comes to spiritual,
it does. It always gives it to you, X.
All right. At least that's just what I feel.
I understand,
in my
Jerry.
bones. But there's something really jacked up. There's something really, really jacked up. When the whole world stops thinking that this young boy is about to be found. All because of one person, and one person only. Mother-loving Jake Harrell. Yes, guys. Whilst his wife is doing an interview and saying that he is a good man and he would never do anything bad to any of the kids, never laid a hand on the kids at all that stuff, while she's lying through her teeth saying the story still remains. I pulled up to Big 5 Sporting Goods store parking lot, got out, was about to change Emmanuel's diaper, when all of a sudden a man walked up and said, "Hola." While she was sitting there standing 10 toes down on that story, TikTok and social media went ablaze, y'all. Jake, decked out in a red jumpsuit, prison jumpsuit, took police on a wild goose chase in the desert hills off on the side of a freeway. And you won't even believe what happened here. Let's take a look at this.
Search for baby Emmanuel Harrow, the latest chapter in this little baby's tragic story. Police are searching in a dusty, dry field off the California freeway in Moreno Valley. They are looking for any sign of the 7-month-old baby who has been missing for nearly 2 weeks. The boy's own father, Jake Harrow, dressed in that orange prison jumpsuit,
she's jerking off.
is in jail, charged with his
Someone
murder.
already asked me if I was
was
trans. Don't start that,
as
X.
they searched with cadaver dogs in this grim hunt.
He took, I know you guys can't see this on TikTok, but it's just showing footage of Jake taking police out to this, basically this dry vegetation area on the side of a highway. And I mean everybody. TikTok, I'm sorry, excuse me, guys.
She beat nuts from
TikTok
him.
was on mother-loving fire. TikTok, every social media, YouTube, etc., was freaking on fire. Why? Because everyone, understandably, thought that they were about to find that baby boy live. That's what happened. Shout out to Ahmed from On the Tira, Murder by Nature podcast. I mean, everybody and they mama that was boots on the ground. I know they've been saying boots on the ground so much. I feel like that should be a t-shirt at this point. But anyway, boots on the ground in the area covering this particular case. Everybody and they mama was live streaming, watching this, and waiting.
I saw her spit on it. That's nuts.
He showed these police where he put Emmanuel's body. And then guess what? Nothing happened. They didn't come up with not one baby.
Not one.
Now here's the thing.
Imagine if they found 3. That's fucked up.
I feel some type of way about this. I'm gonna say it. I most definitely feel some type of way about this. I feel. I'm gonna hold my thought for a second. Let's play this video. Let's play a little bit more of this video. I know you guys are gonna be able to see it.
My son said he was there. He saw them.
Stick around or go over to my YouTube, okay? No pressure. Stick around. I'll explain it all in just 1 second, okay? A few seconds here. Just hold tight.
The 32-year-old man was pulled from his Riverside County jail cell where he's being held on murder charges in his son's disappearance. His wife, Rebecca, is also under arrest for the baby's murder. She initially told police that Emmanuel had been kidnapped from her after
but now
she was
he's leading the cops on a wild goose chase and had the cops check
But police say inconsistencies in her story led them to believe this was all a lie. So far, the baby's whereabouts remain a mystery, even as Rebecca doubles down, maintaining her innocence, and says her husband would never hurt a baby.
I feel like he did that to try to throw her under the bus.
By the way.
To try to be like, oh, this is where she told me she buried him at.
He wouldn't hurt a fly. He wouldn't raise his hand to the children.
Yeah, but he shook his daughter to the point where she only has 3% brain activity now.
You know for a fact that's not the truth.
He beat and shook her.
You know for a fact that's a bold-faced lie. Stop
Crazy how we all knew from that first interview. Right, Dudley? You've been following this case too?
While that interview is being put out, literally...
That first interview, dude, just the way they looked was off.
Uploading that video at the
her
same
black eye,
time
one
that the news broke
already
out,
healing on one eye, and the other eye still healing, but like still new.
With police.
Yeah, it was
like, hey, are we gonna find Emmanuel? Is Emmanuel gonna be found? Is he showing us exactly where the burial spot where he discarded the remains? You know what I mean? Everybody was saying that. I was like, oh damn, that's insane. This might actually happen. I was hoping that to be true too, but it didn't happen. Police turned around and went back, put him back in the squad car, took him back to the prison or the jail that he's supposed to be holed up in. And that was it. And Bob's your uncle. Pretty crazy. Why, though? Why would he put police on a wild goose chase like that? Think about that for a second. Think about it. Why? Do we know now? Do we know why? Any theories out there? Don't fire off all at once. No, you can't. It's fine. It's a chat. But I'm wondering, did he just want to see if he could bamboozle the police one more time? Police thwarted once more again. You know what I mean? I know I said once more again, like, you know, that made no sense. But you know what I mean.
Me.
Think about that for a second.
It didn't work. How is this possible?
Yeah, I mean,
like, I said it in a video. I feel like I was watching.
Not everyone.
Because I was watching other people's live streams. I was hopping around, seeing what people were doing, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? I couldn't go live at the time because honestly, I kind of wanted to see if it was actually true or not. Not sitting here saying that I didn't think that was going to happen, but at the same time, I wanted to see what was going to happen. You know what I mean? There's something in my soul, something in my gut told me maybe not. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait. If he's found, then I'll go live. We'll talk about it. But if he's not found, then this is diabolical. And Jake is just trying to bamboozle people and play with people. Like I said in the video, I felt like we were watching a scene from Seven. Like he's the Kevin Spacey. I know Kevin Spacey's got got a stigma attached to Kevin Spacey, but you know what I mean, okay? The movie's fantastic. If you haven't seen Seven, it's amazing. But you know, the what's in the box, that whole scene, right? That's kind of what it felt like. Just taking them out on this wild goose chase. For what reason, right? For what reason? Now, here's the thing. There's a couple theories. We talked about it in the pop-up video, but I'm going to talk about it here, too. Was he sitting there going, well, I don't know where my wife discarded the remains. I don't know. I have no idea. She told me here, so I took you here. Could it be that?
Mm-hmm.
Could it be, oh, no, we saw something, maybe some data, something like that. Last place you were at was right here. An eyewitness said that you were in this particular area. Right? Just seems a little bit weird, right?
Is
Why
you
take
bring
them all the way
khakis
out there to
too?
find
No.
nothing? Nothing. Now, here's the other thing, too. Because other people are like, oh, well, maybe... And this is the other theory, too. Maybe wildlife. I hate to put that conversation out here. But wildlife maybe got to the remains. I know that's a weird thing to say out loud. But unfortunately, we have to talk about that, too. That possibility. Now, if that was true, wouldn't there be something left? You really think that an animal would just scoop up the whole...
Yeah, a lot of animals
thing?
drag their prey.
Just scoop it up and run off somewhere? I mean,
Or
I
if
guess that's
a
possible.
buzzard.
That would have to be
Yeah,
a pretty
coyotes.
big animal to do that. But you mean to tell me not nothing? You got to remember, I mean, you know, we've heard stories of other cases where, you know, remains were found and wildlife got to it. You know, so there's a little...
Yeah, look at them now, right,
et
X?
cetera, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, okay? Hate to say it like that, but I'm just saying, you don't think that there'd be something left behind?
Not always. Especially a baby. He's 7 months old.
Not even a little bit of something behind?
And he was smaller than normal anyway.
And here's the other thing. Denise on Facebook just said there would have been a hole. Right? There would have been a hole, in my opinion. Thank you so much for the comment on Facebook. But let me say this, too. If that was the case, we would definitely see a hole. But I don't think... Those two are lazy. Do you really think that they can... Do you really think that they really hit the gym hard? No, I'm not trying to shame. Okay, I'm not trying to body
I do
shame.
think he probably dug the
I'm trying to point
hole.
something out. Do you really think that they would go trudge
How come you're not
out
gonna
into
chill with us, X?
those you know, into that vegetation, into that terrain, with a shovel and a pick, right? Just to go and dig 6 feet or even just 3 feet to discard the remains? I doubt it. I really doubt it. Bobby on TikTok said family assistance. Maybe. I mean, maybe. But who? His brother's gone. His brother's been gone. So who then? Who would actually team up? I mean, her, of course. But like I said, do you really think that these two people are sitting there just, you know, physically fit individuals? I think that they're lazy. They also have a 2-year-old that they have to tend to in that home. Now, we already heard how crazy they that Jake was with one of his other kids. He would just leave water and food aside for the kid and let him fend for himself. So that's possible. But you also got to remember, yes, let's not forget the Sawzall. If that piece of information is true, they at least did that. If that's true. Now, a landfill? I don't know about a landfill. This could be screaming Quentin Simon, for sure. It could. It could. Or he's totally effing with police because he can.
That's what I think too,
I think
Jerry.
he's doing it just to mess with them.
Yeah, I think it was probably just
Or
a shallow
he's doing it because
grave.
he's like, I don't know where my wife put the baby. I didn't do this. That's what it sounds like to me. Because at first, when everyone's like, oh my God, the whole world lit up, right? Every stream, every platform you can think of that was able to stream was literally going, oh my God, he confessed, he confessed, he confessed. And it sounds like he didn't. Or at least it looks like he didn't. Because if he confessed, they would have showed up. They would have come back with a baby. They would have come back with Emmanuel. So again, the burning question is, why did he do that? Because if he was trying to work out a deal, the last thing he wants to have happen is go to the area that he's trying to show
And that
them,
baby not be there.
and the baby not be there.
Yeah.
Remember, if he's working out some sort of deal, the last thing he wants is the baby to be gone.
They said that there was a substantial amount of blood, and that's what led them to say that he was dead. So it was Emmanuel's blood. Too much blood for a 7-month-old.
Yeah, she did it. And she took the baby here. The last thing he wants to have happen is for
I think that could have happened to Dudley.
If he's trying to tag this onto
And his body is
Rebecca.
so little. He was such a little boy. He's only 7 months
Miss
old.
Ola. Now,
there's speculation
that are nearby. That's a possibility.
they possibly caused shaken baby syndrome to him because when he was first born, there's photos of his eyes looking more normal and him not looking as out of it as a newborn. He looked more
frustrating,
like alert as a newborn, and then all the pictures,
it's almost like from a movie.
Recent pictures, he's like cross-eyed and everything.
He's like, yeah, I know where it is.
And doctors, they say have no, like his family said that doctors have no reason to say why he's cross-eyed. They don't understand.
And he catches wind somehow.
Like the family said that, his aunt said that.
His praises.
I agree.
And
you
so
can just tell by the gaze and just in the pictures. Seeing other babies like who have had it.
I don't know where the body
is. It just wasn't severe enough.
Whoops.
To where it killed him.
I don't know.
Just like his other daughter. She had 3% brain activity
I thought
now.
it was gonna be there, but it's not.
She can't walk.
No.
She can't talk. She can't do anything
there.
on her own. She can't even breathe on her own.
Oh no. Maybe.
Luckily, the aunt, his sister, I think his sister or cousin,
check grandma's
adopted
yard, Bobby said on TikTok. I mean, there's
that little
something
girl
about the grandma,
because she lived,
but
and
I really
her little
put
brother,
my
both Jake's
finger on
kids.
it yet. Okay.
Crazy.
I just think I don't know. Something about it is just odd, y'all. Something about it is very odd, and I'm trying to understand why he did what he did. I mean, we're all trying to understand why he did what he did, the origin, okay? The reason why they're out there looking for Emmanuel. Why did he do what he did, right? But then it's like, why did you go and put the police on a wild goose chase? Why did you do that? What was the purpose for that? And of course, San Bernardino County Sheriff's Office did come out with a statement basically saying, we went out there, we didn't find Emmanuel, and we're still looking for him. It's just weird. The only other thing I can think of, which is messed up, and it has to do with the Sawzall, is that they spread them out. Remember, they said substantial amount of red in the house. Substantial! Not just a trickle of blood. No, substantial.
So they're thinking he was dismembered.
Substantial, y'all. That's a lot.
Yeah. I could agree.
They were
with the
out looking
Sawzall?
for
Yeah.
A Sawzall. Large Sawzall. Why? I don't think the baby is in one place. But I could be wrong. These are theories, okay? So if I'm wrong, don't at me, okay? These are just theories. Some of y'all just take what I say like like a scripture. It's not. It's just a theory, okay? You were wrong, Pascal. You were wrong the whole. It's like, these are theories, babies. It's okay. It's okay. Tranquilo, por favor. Tranquilo. It's okay. It's okay. All right? Just like you guys have your theories too, right? But it still just doesn't make any sense, the whole thing. The wild goose chase. Why do that? Upstream World, thank you so much for the super sticker. I really do appreciate it. Serenity, thank you so much. Thank you. She better wisen up. He's going to throw her under the bus and try to put it all on her. That's what I truly think too. Remember his pattern. Look at what he did with Promise, the mother of Promise. Vanessa, look at what he did. He's like, oh, I didn't notice the crackle on her back. I didn't notice the healing marks on her body and the infliction that her body went through, right? I didn't notice any of that stuff. And no, I'm not the one who looked up those things on the iPad. I didn't touch the iPad before he went to the hospital with her. He was putting all the blame on Vanessa. Now we're going to look at the same situation again. All over again. And he's
that's what I think too.
Blame on her.
So she
better flip. She better start squeaking.
He's trying to buy himself time.
Squeaking, squawking, whatever.
Glad you're still here, Jerry.
It's going to be bad. Now, yes, they apparently have court tomorrow. Or she has court tomorrow. I never heard anything about him and his court date. I don't know if he's having a court date tomorrow as well. I'm assuming that they're doing it separate, but I could be wrong, right? But yeah, Rebecca, they both have court tomorrow. Little Jessie on TikTok, thank you so much for that correction. So they both have court tomorrow. We are going to be watching that. Oh ho ho, trust and believe. Okay, we are going to be watching that. So make sure you come back to watch the live, because we are going to be watching or keeping watch on that. I don't know if there's going to be cameras inside the courtroom, but there will be cameras outside, I'm sure. This is a huge case. So they're in a huge story, huge conversation. So there's going to be a lot of people tuning in and live streaming from places, etc. So we will be watching that for show. I'm not missing that. I'll be here watching it. Okay? Because, there might be a perp walk. You never know. Okay? Heather, thank you so much for the love. I appreciate it. I appreciate your up-to-date
live stream.
Hashtag
that I'm listening to is a live stream.
Justice for him.
It's the Pascal show.
This may be a situation where they get charged with.
It's in the true crime community.
Without a
I
body.
mod for a few people in the true crime community.
That's why I'm hoping.
That was originally what I was going to do on my channel with true crime stuff, but I just didn't.
Because then you have solid evidence of what they actually did. But I think what they did to this kid is a lot more terrifying than I can even say out loud. That's what I think. And of course, we're now understanding that this little boy has been missing or was missing or lost his life at least 30 days, at least a whole month. Mm-hmm. That is a lot of time, y'all. That is a lot of time. That is a lot of time to do a lot of bad. And that's a lot of time for wildlife if he was discarded the way that some are assuming he was discarded. It's a lot of time for wildlife to get their hands on that, to get access to that.
Especially
I know
in
that
a
sounds
shallow grave. Oh, no.
hard to
This is gonna be
stomach,
bad.
okay? But that could very well be what happened here, okay? Alsaga, shoot, they've been talking about it on News Nation. Annalise from 10 to Life did a whole interview and talked about how baby had been missing. If you did the math, baby had been missing for well over a month, which is crazy. Okay, Dolores, thank you so much. They are both evil. I love your channel. Thank you so much.
I'm gonna see if I can
Thank
get
you
this
so much.
microwave
Yes, they
to
are
work.
evil.
Hang on.
And thank you so much for loving the channel. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's what
Pit Life, thank you
Grandma
so much
said
for the
too,
love.
and
I
it's not
appreciate the
working
super
again.
sticker and
It worked for one meal.
Darwarning. Or Darwarning. Darwarning.
Try
Sorry
it
about
though.
that.
It doesn't
I have to
hurt
keep
to
eating
try
it.
it. I
Well,
like these potatoes.
I mean, there's some wild things. There's some wild theories out there. There's some wild theories out there for sure. Let me play a little bit more of this, guys.
Authorities say the parents' arrest marks a significant development in the case, but their focus remains on finding baby Emmanuel. Joining us now is Nancy Liu, live from outside the Harrow's house. Nancy, we know, contrary to what Rebecca Harrow was saying, that her husband would never hurt a baby, that he's been found guilty and convicted of hurting a baby in the past.
Yes, he does have quite a record when it comes to children. Now, the Sheriff's Department is telling us that the most recent search, though, that involved Jake Harrow, it has concluded, and they did not find any remains. Behind me, you can see the memorial that's been growing for baby Emmanuel. People are just compelled coming here, dropping off bears and toys. And here is the house, Elizabeth. Earlier authorities had searched it thoroughly as well, removing all kinds of evidence, but not finding any remains. So the investigation to find baby Emmanuel continues. 32-year-old Jake Harrow and his 41-year-old wife, Rebecca, they're being held at separate facilities in Riverside County, arrested at their home on Friday, and both expected to make first court appearances tomorrow. The most recent search focused on some hills and fields in Moreno Valley, just south of the family home. Now, there was a jailhouse interview, Elizabeth, with the Southern California news group. Baby Emmanuel's mother, stuck with her kidnapping claim, appeared to be tearful. Rebecca Harrow said, "I want to be out looking for my baby. I will not give up. I will not give up on my baby." She also says she knew of Jake Harrow's previous child cruelty case when they married 4 years ago, claiming he's a good dad.
He's really good.
He would never hurt a baby.
I mean, it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I know you guys didn't hear it on TikTok, but they're just repeating the stuff that we just talked about already. But I just think it's absolutely insane that she is still sitting there going, saying, I want to be out there looking for my baby. I will not give up. I will not give up on my baby. He's a good dad. He would never hurt a baby. Now, excuse me, that's just weird. Unless she's in this weird land of denial, like she can't believe that all the events led up to this moment, and that maybe her mind is completely cracked. That's possible too. I mean, the things that they did to this kid would definitely break any of the hardest of people. Real talk. You know how it is. You hear these stories of men, men and women that are in this line of duty. That it'll be like a crime scene so horrific that it made the toughest men break down in tears. You see what I'm saying? Maybe there's something here that just made her snap.
What itchy scratchy show is this? What do you mean?
That's possible.
Like my show or the show we're watching?
But I think they're both. We just said that. The Shack lady. that said he's a habitual liar. I think that they both are. That's why I said they both lied again. They're both lying again. He went, took them out on a wild goose chase on the side of a highway for what reason?
The show I'm watching, she really
I
is.
still don't know. They haven't really.
I was like, damn, what I do to you?
So much close to the chest that it really bothers me. It really irks my soul. Because you wish that they'd be a little bit more transparent, but they haven't been saying anything to the general public. Which I'm hoping at some point there's a press conference and they at least tell the public what's really going on here. But you know for a fact in the trial, because there will be a trial, we will learn about what actually happened out there in that grass on the side of the road where Jake took them out there and led them to nothing, right? So again, you got a lot of people who are just straight up liars, or you got two people that are lying a lot. That's what I'm trying to say. Emily Parker, thank you so much. Parkinson, thank you so much for gifting one membership. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, Natalie, on TikTok, you don't go take them out, even for a wild goose chase, if you haven't confessed. That's the other thing too. So it does make you wonder that. Okay, let's play that. Let's play that possibility, Natalie. Let's talk about that, Natalie, on TikTok. Thank you so much for that comment. Here's the thing. What if he said, yeah, I did it and I know where I put him, right? And then he went out there and he's like, well, wait a second. Maybe, he didn't find the baby. That he put it there, but the baby got moved. Wildlife, etc. That's possible. That is very possible. But I will say this though. The police did not go back. The police did not go back, y'all. They didn't go back to the spot. They didn't sit there and go, okay, let's take him back to the prison. Okay, you gave us information now. Now we got to do our search. We haven't heard or seen any of the police, the helicopters, people was combing the hills or anything of that sort. They haven't even gone back there. So if he was to confess and he says, yep, that's where I know where it is. He'd be right here. Oh, wait. I don't know where he went. This is crazy. You'd think that they would stick around, right?
You think?
You'd think that the police would say, okay, let's stick around, drive his ass back.
Okay, guys.
We gonna start circling
My
this area.
food's done.
Kids in this area. Guys, he just doesn't remember exactly where he discarded his remains. Or maybe an
yeah, I
animal
agree.
picked it
There's
up and
probably
ran off
drugs
with it,
involved.
but maybe it's not gonna be too far away. Maybe it's just nearby. Right? So then they'd be combing that area like crazy. But we're not seeing that. They didn't do that. They picked his ass up,
Sorry, my potatoes look
took his
fire.
ass back to
No,
prison,
tell me otherwise.
and now they're, I guess, at square one all over again. So if he was to confess, why would he if he was to confess, why would he take them on a wild goose chase like that? To come up with nothing, guys. Nothing. Zero, zilch, nada, nothing.
It is fucked, but like Dudley said, I think it's just to buy time.
Sandwich, you said they could be let out tomorrow. Hell no, they're not going to get let out tomorrow. Nah, they ain't. Okay? They're not. The classic one. Cause he's loco, Pascal. Cause he's loco. He might be, yeah, he's definitely crazy. We already know he's crazy. Okay? And she's crazy too. So what? There will not be a bond. They will be denied bail like a mug.
I agree.
And if they do get bail, I will lose my mind. Because these two monsters should not be let go. Should not be let out. I see them as
he's in for it if they think
see
that.
them being flight risks. Without a doubt.
Definitely flight risks.
Nah. Keep them locked up. Keep them exactly where they are. Okay? Carmen Eyes, thank you so much for the love. I appreciate it. Her eyes have secrets in them. Yeah. I mean, you could definitely see it. She's lying. She's crazy. She's crazy. I feel bad for her other kids, too. You know?
Yeah.
Val, thank you so much for the love. His arm looked misshaped in this pic, or in the pic, with his mom, who is sitting with him smiling. I don't know if he's having a court date tomorrow as well. I'm assuming that they're doing it separate, but I could be wrong, right? But yeah, Rebecca, oh, they both have court tomorrow, little Jesse, on TikTok. Thank you so much for that correction. So they both have court tomorrow. We are going to be watching that. Oh, ho, ho, trust and believe. Okay, we are going to be watching that. So make sure you come back to watch the live, because we are going to be watching or keeping watch on that. I don't know if there's going to be cameras inside the courtroom, but there will be cameras outside, I'm sure. This is a huge case. So they're in a huge story, huge conversation. So we, without a body.
Thanks, Jerry.
I know that's really disturbing. That's why I'm hoping that his remains are found, because then you have solid evidence of what they actually did. But I think what they did to this kid is a lot more terrifying than I'm missing, or lost his life at least 30 days, at least a whole month. That is a...
Damn, it went to the end. Hang on. Well, we were about an hour in.
Of other cases where little Jesse on TikTok think we are going to be watching that.
We found it.
Oh, ho, ho, trust and believe. Okay, we are going to be...
Whoops.
Watching that. So make sure you come back to watch the live, because we are going to be watching or keeping watch on that. I don't know if there's going to be cameras inside the courtroom, but there will be cameras outside, I'm sure. This is a huge case. So they're in a huge story, huge conversation. So there's going to be a lot of people tuning in and live streaming from places, etc. So we will be watching that for show. I'm not missing that. I'll be here watching it. Okay? Because, there might be a perp walk. You never know. Okay?
Oh, I love
Heather,
perp
thank you
walks.
so much for the love. I appreciate it. I appreciate your up-to-date content. Hashtag justice for Emmanuel. Yes, justice for him indeed. And this may be a situation where they get charged with M without a body. I know that's really disturbing. That's why I'm hoping that his remains are found, because then you have solid evidence of what they actually did.
I think it will.
But I think
That's
what they
what's
did to
happening
this
right
kid is a lot more terrifying than I can even say out loud.
now. Hey guys, I'm gonna restart this live, okay? Will you guys come to the new one? Jerry, will you come to the new one? Where's my... Wait. Where did I put it? Oh, it's on the floor. I just want to restart if you guys... Okay. For sure. Yeah, be here. Alright, see you in just 1 second. I'm restarting right away.